Hello guys, Tandai Banana here. Welcome to my video tutorial. Today we'll be talking about conditional statements. So what are conditional statements? So conditional statements are just features of programming languages that tells the computer to execute certain actions provided certain conditions are met. So firstly we'll talk about if statements. So the single if statement is used to execute the code if a condition is true. It is also called a one-way selection statement. So it has a syntax of if our condition is true, then execute code in here. So let's write an example. So we'll declare a string called weather and give it the value sunny. Then for our conditional, say if weather is equals to sunny, then we print out let's go for drinks because it's hot. Then we end our line. Right, so here if the condition, the weather is sun, which this is true because our weather here is sun, so we expect this to write let's go for drinks on our console. So let's run this code and see what it does. So there it is, let's go for drinks, which means our condition was true, so it printed out this. If our condition wasn't true, then it wouldn't have printed this. So that is pretty much it about the if statements. So we just say if a condition is true, then execute code in here. Now let us look at the following statements, which will be our if-else statements. So this is just a continuation from our if statements, whereby here we also include the assumption that there will be possibility that the condition will be false. So the if-else statement is used to execute the code if condition is true or false. It is also called two-way selection statement. The syntax is if condition is true, you execute code in here, else you execute the code in here. So taking our weather example above, let's copy our if statements and paste it here. So let's reassign weather and give it the value windy. So here our weather is equal to sunny is no longer true. So what will happen if you run this code? Okay, if you run this code like this, nothing will happen. But if we include our else statements, else you see out bring New Jersey, it is not hot. And we end line and end this statement. So let us run our code and see. So there it is, bring your jersey, it is not hot. So because our condition is not true, then it will go over to the else statement. So that is it about our if-else statements. Lastly, we'll look at if-else if statements, which is used when we need to check multiple conditions. So the syntax is if condition 1 is true, you execute the code here, else if condition 2 is true, you execute this code, else if condition 3 is true, execute here, else if condition 4, and then lastly else if all these conditions are false, then you execute the code. So you can write as many else if statements as you like here, but you can only have one if and one else statement. So taking our example above, let's just copy it and paste it here. So if weather is equals to sunny, let's go for drinks. So let's edit this one. We say else if our weather is equals to raining, then we see out stay indoors. It is raining cats and dogs. Right. Then we end our line and the statements. So we can also add another condition, else if our weather is equals to windy, then you see out make sure you have wait, or else you will be blown away. Right, then we end our line and end this. So here it will firstly check this condition. If weather is sunny, if it's false it will skip, and then check if weather is raining. If that is false it will skip it, and then check if weather is wind. If this is true, then it will execute this code. So let us run our code and see what we get. So make sure you have wait, or else you will be blown away. So that means our weather is windy. So that is it with conditional statements for this video. Catch me on my next video whereby I'll be talking about the switch statements, and I'll be leaving the code for this in a link below, so make sure to download it and try it out. But also make sure you're using Visual Studio 2022 so that the solution can run on your PC. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.